I don't put myself up there. Thank you, Suzette. Thank you for letting me know. Please, guys. I'm always on time, but sometimes I forget to put myself on the thing. So I've been chatting to us for 5 minutes, and you didn't say a word. So just say hello sometimes, because I forget to put myself up on the screen. It's all these buttons that my brain has to get around it. So thank you. So thank you, everybody. Awesome for being here. Thank you, Dale. You get the extra gold star for being first. Blessed Grace, who I connect with a lot. Well, I just think about you. I think of lots of things, but you pop into my thoughts quite a bit when I'm doing my beautiful walks, especially when there's golden sunshine on the lake. It's just like Grace. Yeah. And in especially huge, big. No, I'm always on time. By hook or by crook, but just I forget to put myself up on the screen. I forget to go live here. I've got a few buttons to push, and I forget to do that. So if you just remind me, yeah. Thank you so much for being back in town, Suzette. We need your sunshine. Yeah. Come and play and dance in the sun. Yeah. And it's a very, very beautiful day here today. Extremely blue, which is very unusual. It could just be the one day of summer that we have, and it's warm and it's glorious, and it's really beautiful. And after we had that very, very intense session, it wasn't intense, it was just a very beautiful session yesterday, actually. So especially for me, as well as for many of you that messaged me, thank you, and I hope that you were inspired. Yeah, you must try and have a listen to yesterday's session, Suzette. If you can have time to do a replay. It was about rebirthing, and yeah. I just saw that with Vector, that I added on my. I didn't know that you could do that onto your life path, so I added on my time, and that was really interesting. So, as I said, time for new change, just a little shift in the pathway. I'm tired of all this unconditional love. I've walked a path of 6 for a long time. It's painful. I mean, it's wonderful, but it's painful. So, also really glad to feel that my space helmet is back on my head. So hence you have this picture to inspire you. That's quite a relatively new thing for me, and it's like just full of like light codes and mathematical things and all sorts of clever things. So we're just downloading. So so everybody enjoy your space helmet, or just be open to down. Yes, beautiful full hearts, Grace. Beautiful. Yeah. We are so blessed, and it's just be open to receiving, and remember we're in the new now. Yeah, so just keep going back to the new. When you feel yourself going off track, just it's all new. Now behold, I make all things new, and it's all in the now. And if you're in the now, you'll not wallow. You will detach from that shit quickly. You'll give it to the earth. Yeah. So we're loosening things up, and things are moving, and where's Josh? Is Josh here? I don't see Josh yet. Where's Josh? I don't know now if I'm repeating myself. Was absolutely spun out today, and I know I don't really look, but that I have 1,500 views on a short that I posted, which If I'm repeating myself, I'm sorry, because I am repeating myself, but not loud. That I really just posted, and I wasn't even going to post it because I thought it was like so. It's like a 1.5 minute short of bird song. Still not even the best bird song. I feel like really mean that I haven't like been out at like 5 o'clock in the morning to let you hear what the birds, the concerto here. So I must do that. I really do wish to do that. But yeah, it's like absolutely so like awe-inspiring, and I'd really just posted them with much love in my heart so that you guys could kind of enjoy a little bit of where I live. Yeah. Sometimes sharing it, one sees it through different eyes as well. So yeah, no, those little things that I'm sharing about they're little snippets of my walk and things, they're like getting like 500 views. Like, what? That was not my intent. Well, it's great that it's happening. One doesn't know what happens, but yeah. Yeah. So I think, as I said, it's the abundance that I'm putting out. Money not being the big one at all. It's just coming back to myself as the rich little poor girl. So I should also change that. So yeah. So lots of things happening. So as I said, really just happy that I've got my space helmet. I feel very comfortable with that space helmet on it. It's my go-to favorite for downloading in my bubble. So let's do some mega clearing. And yeah, I do feel like a little trippy. I like that when I'm feeling like high, little high as a kite. It's my own special space where we live. Yep. And then everything feels right. So we're working with magical tea tree, brand new tree of life water. So I'm just pretending I'm a beautiful tree of life and just opening myself up to bear fruit and to let birds and people and animals just come and nest and feast and celebrate within my branches. It's my version of the tree of life at the moment. So opening up this beautiful, so I hope you've got your oil. We're going to be working with a crystal next week. I don't know where that jumped out of my head, my space. So find yourself a yummy crystal. I like to walk with my crystal all over the place. So it's like my microphone. I have for many years. It's like a tape recorder, yeah? And they just absorb stuff bloop, 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 that I tended to miss. And then you can meditate with them later on or sleep with it and have dreams under your pillow. So, how beautiful. This is my temple. This is my temple in my home. And while I'm doing that, we're healing and activating and protecting the ancient sites, because I'm very much for our ancient future. Yeah, creating heaven on earth. So awakening, clearing the third eye. This beautiful magic window into many, many realms. It's so interesting. They say that it's the aim is to get it to be nothing. I don't think so. It's very full inside here, but of different stuff. But you have to pass the nothing through to get to the other magical kingdoms. Yeah. So yeah, I feel like I've got a smile from my throat to my ear, not from ear to ear. Ah, lavender and rose hip. Oh, that sounds beautiful. Oh, I'm at my ears already. Anointing and opening and clearing and blessing and thanking and activating and healing my beautiful throat chakra. She's beautiful. All 16 petals of her opening up and spreading and shining and being really perky, not too droopy, releasing huge trauma. I feel to actually just clear the mouth of God, which is the back of the spine here, the back of the head, where the 33 vertebrae of the chakra, of the spine come to an end, yeah? At the mouth of God. And then, oh, we're using lots of oil. We're mainly being seriously nutried. And then my beautiful heart, opening in balance, like this beautiful lotus with me in the middle. 6 petals below for the base energies, for the red, the yellow, the red, the orange, and the yellow, our basic needs, our on earth stuff, and elevating to the top, which is our throat chakra, our ajna, and our crown chakra. And we are this beautiful little star in the middle. And the chakra system, they have 6 points, but I like to see it as our magical star of 5 points. So have something that you smoke or that smokes. And yeah, there we go. Grace has got a radio station of music going on in her head. There's a whole jukebox going on in there. Awesome. Awesome. Do you play music, Grace? Do you play an instrument? I remember your daughter, you said your daughter plays the violin. I think if you play music seriously, then you... But I mean, remember when you were kids, if you were studying for maths or whatever, you would just have whatever you were studying in your brain. That's why just be very careful of the stuff that comes on this little black box. And it's so quick that it slurps you in again, and then you unslurp yourself, and then it slurps you back in again. There. Didn't have a nice image there. So, it's beautiful fire. Isn't fire amazing? Beautiful, purifying fire. It's incredible color of life. Great cosmic goddess. So let's just clear our head and our heart and our base areas. Clear them with smoke, the holy smoke. Send out love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and all thy understanding. Oh, I missed something. All thy heart. All thy heart with all thy mind and all thy understanding. All thy heart. Oh, God, can't get it today. All thy heart, all thy soul, and all thy understanding. He should know it. It's also the Jewish thing. They say it better in the Hebrew. I have a lot of indirect family that are Jewish. So, and always had this huge affinity for Jewish people. I wanted to be Magayad at 15. I don't know where that came from because I didn't even really go to church. Anyway, much, much, much beautiful holy smoke through the angels. Yes, it's definitely the time of angels today. So don't forget to welcome in the angels in this beautiful 4-4 portal. A lot of grounding. The doors are open. They have been open for a while. Some people are saying the doors are closed. I don't really think so. That is, it's such a privilege. It's so fortunate, Grace. Yeah. I had that a lot of times. People in South Africa would criticize me that that I had a privilege. But I said, what do you call privilege? I mean, you don't want to change my life. But the privilege that I had music, that I had books, that I had art, that's the privilege I had. I didn't have money. I was never given that. But yeah, this is extremely fortunate to be introduced to all forms and styles of music, mostly. And the others I've found myself. But art, all sorts of art. Literature, a beautiful broad base. And then found out for myself later on, yeah. That's the privilege. That I did want to actually try and mention some of that is, yeah. That is what makes Interesting music. We are all, well, I just thought you were calling in the musical angels, but we are all musical angels. Um, yeah, the seraphim do. They sing lots and lots. Well, as I said to you a little while, I don't really connect with the seraphim. I work a lot. I mean, obviously I do, but the Elohim, the golden ones, are really the ones that I see a lot at the moment. The seraphim are something that I was a little fun. I'll find it when I'm meant to. So let us see what the bells are going to say for us today. Wow, on this amazing, beautiful sphere that just pushes all this energy out to everywhere on the planet and then some. It's very important at the moment, I speak to myself, to actually really start bringing ourselves back down to earth. I am really speaking to myself. And to ground. It's absolutely what. It's nothing wrong in being in our head. I think you've heard me say a few times, I could just walk around with my eyes closed or in total meditation all the time. It would be really beautiful. But we have to bring this down as well and ground it into the earth and give it to her. I'm just really feeling how much blessings she needs. She's like a little child. She's rebirthing herself, and she just needs to be told how beautiful she is. But so do we need to be told how beautiful we are. So when we see trees and we'll see ourselves in the mirror, and we see trees or we see little plants, and maybe some of you tell them how beautiful they are, or how I tell they're so clever to have done this. Don't forget to talk to yourself the same way. And maybe in the same breath, because we very often are the last. For many of us, not all, but for many of us, we're the last one. Yeah. Okay, I'll have a look. Oh, thank you. I'll have a look. Thanks, Millie. Thanks very much for that. Yeah. So, okay. Oh, wow. You still sing? Yeah. No, my throat was damaged. So it's very challenging to speak. I'm trying to think how many times. 2 or 3 times I've lost lost my voice, not because I was sick, but stuttered, and yeah, it's trauma, and it's okay. Yeah, absolutely, Susie. Just give yourself that freedom. Yeah. Hey, Mr. Floyd. Hello, crystals. Welcome in your beautiful, sparkly fairy energy, all the way over the airwaves, and just this heart is just pumping. I do sing. I do. Oh, lovely. That sounds awesome, Henny. I do sing beautiful, and maybe one day I will do it for us. I do sing beautiful light language, very much like I'm in a very sacred, holy cathedral, and that's what comes out of me. Yeah. But yeah, it's shut. Now my father could play by ear incredibly. But as I said before, that I was often told to be quiet when I made those strange noises. I think I was very noisy as a child. No, I wasn't. I just stared with big eyes at my craziness around me. And I would, when I was very young, and I was sick a lot, so wasn't allowed to go out, and then I would be allowed to dance a little bit, and I would direct my father to play music for me. And I could have a little dance of this, and then it would be a fairy dance, and then it would be a queen dance, and then I had to go back to being bedridden, which is maybe was good, which was like just emphasized so many other wonderful things, art and um, storytelling and reading in my brain. But I can remember being in, it would be like class 4, not class 6. something like that anyway. And it was, if you remember that rocking, rolling, riding song, Out Along the Bay. Don't know what it was called, All Bound for Morningtown. Anyway, well, our music teacher, we were really like so chuffed that he did something like modern for us. And I came home and I was asking my father if he would play it, because he played by ear. And so I was singing it to him, and then, being German, he got very short with me and told me how on earth was he supposed to be able to do it, because every time I sang it in a different key. And that was just such a big, big, big dramatic thing for me. Amongst a lot of other things. Yeah, I think, yeah. Also changing schools all the time, it was horrible. Yeah, it was also, too, myself, Grace, interesting. Then said, I had like serious like high temperatures, and I would go into convulsions. The last one was when I was about 9 or 10, yeah. And then I got migraines. Oh, interesting. So yeah, I had to spend a lot of time. And it's just like, I was also brought up in a flat, called them flats, in an apartment. And my mother, I think if you were there last night, this child had died when I was born. So that obviously bothered my mother and had this influence. I had an umbilical hernia, so I cried and cried and cried. I just say I got here and I just wanted to get out as soon as possible. So I cried for 18 months until I had an operation. And then I got all these like other high temperature fever things. And there were many when I was in a coma, and they didn't think that I'd be okay. Well, I know I'm not okay. I only have one brain cell. Where was I going with that? Forgot. It's okay. I would have only shared it because it might have been oh, right, yeah. So it was, yeah. I didn't. My mother was like really like very neurotic when we went to the park. But she was terrified that I'd fall off something, so I wasn't allowed to climb things, and I wasn't allowed to play with water and mud because I might get like chronic pneumonia again. So yeah, rock and rollin', riding, ride across the bay. That's the one. All bound for Morningtown. I'm singing it in a different key every time. I want to cry. Oh, and my father didn't have to do. He had to just use his voice, that big voice. Oh God, up until my 40s, I'm quite sure. We did love each other lots. Great. So let us clear and open and sparkle and vibrate this energy of crustiness around our 3 major locks, our 3 major portals within ourself, within our planet. So it's under the planet, the people on the planet, and above the planet, and especially on our sacred sites, which I'm quite excited to share about. So let's go with the base lock, and let's just visualize those beautiful 4 petals, beautiful, red, luscious, juicy, delicious, vibrant, passionate petals just opening and shining and shimmering, opening up for the world to see. And then into our heart, all 6 beautiful green and gold petals, like this beautiful lotus opening, and within that a beautiful gold lotus with a perfect pearl inside, radiating, radiating, radiating as far out as you want it to go. And visualize this beautiful gold ball palace within our head, and especially vibrating onto the cleansing of the calcification of our pineal gland and the pituitary gland, that the calcification just loosens itself, and this beautiful ball ready to just all over us. It's beautiful golden, ultraviolet, white, bright light shining within our heads and around our heads. You're welcome to join me in wearing your space helmets. I just started a little while ago. It's obviously some kind of aura thing, but I just feel like it's like a space helmet or one of those deep sea diver things, And it's beautiful. It's just connecting me and protecting me and just whatever it's doing. I'm not asking too much because the next breath it could be changed. Lots and lots and lots of light codes, everybody. So this is an old picture, but we're really seeing this again. So enjoy it. So if you don't see it, make it happen for yourselves. Yeah. I just popped in, and Victor's also, I think he stopped doing that now. I don't know. Sometimes I hear things, sometimes I don't. Awakening the ancient sites. And if anybody wants to pop onto, I just found this guy today, or he popped into my site, called Wandering Wolf. And he was in Bigly Techie right now at the moment. He's a little bit late on my story, but it's fine. He goes all over the place, and it was very interesting. That was what I was talking about. I did talk about it on the show here about them. It was Siemens. He didn't mention Siemens, but he did mention that it was the World Economic Forum. I didn't know that. I think it's probably one and the same, and that they've made it's a huge big tourist attraction. And my thing was that they've created all these things so that now they've got a really good excuse not to dig further. Okay, they are excavating and they have found quite a lot of other stuff in the areas, but also just we really need some watchful eyes or some energy out there. I tend to find the guys that are really doing things that don't have, not part of the white collar club. Yeah, thanks for the company. I'm busy. I'm always here. I know you are. And I often think of you, Dale. Thank you so much. It's really beautiful to have a definite pinky promise connection to South Africa. She's definitely in my blood somewhere. Yeah, so pop in and have a look. He's just looked at the things that he's done. He's done quite a lot of the more obscure sites as well. So his name is Wandering Wolf. And I'm sure if you're interested in sacred sites, not the obvious ones, it's a pleasure, Suzette. I'm glad you do. And that is also what we've been doing a lot. So don't forget to do that. Is just working with gold energy up and down your spine as quickly or as slowly as you want. You can do this as a half-hour, 1-hour meditation, or you can do it as literally as a 20-second meditation while you just try not to waste a moment of this beautiful energy that we have right now. So it's just clearing up those channels, because I just believe that if we're flushing it out with pure, good, holy energy, that a lot of our traumas, we don't have time for this trauma stuff. It's over, guys. It's really over. And we've done more quantum leaps, more beautiful jumps. Some people are not feeling very much. It's because we're jumping far. Really, I'm sure many of us feel this big difference. Recalibrating, recommitting. That's what I've been saying. Recommitting. Okay, be beautiful. Hello, my beautiful love. I shall give you, just for you, I shall give you a beautiful clearing. And where's that? You have to wait. I have to get that. almost here. So you missed the 3, but just for Care Bear and who didn't make it to the 3, you can just have a good quick Om Mani Padme Hum, beautiful Holy Mother. Om Mani Padme Hum, beautiful, beautiful clearing for yourself. Enjoy. We can't go without a clearing. And sound, yeah, sound is just getting bigger and bigger. Just, that's I say, for me, because I'm not with all this, well, I am with all this program, but I'm not really, is just this ultrasonic sound, which is just loosening, and it's used for clearing. You know, they've been using it for cleaning in factories for so long. Yeah, it's just got to come down to working with us. I want to actually ask, I think we must all ask Trista to do some tuning fork, just like 2-3 minute videos for us. Yeah. Yeah, so enjoy. I'm going to share some pictures that I did of kind of Lemuria a little bit. That's really opening up. It's our ancient future, and one of my favorite mantras of all is above all else be kind. Above all else be kind. Yeah, if you just think about it, is it kind? Respect, you don't always have to be kind. That's a big word, the buzzword that's going around at the moment. Respect. That's, yeah. I was taught, I think, I don't know, obviously they were taught that too. They were decent, really decent people. But my parents were very much just treat everybody kindly or respectfully, because you don't know who they are or who they will become. And my father was one of the very few people that actually helped the small people. Now, you know, if you want to, because he made cream jars, plastic cream jars for cosmetic jars. And people would come and wanted just to make a trial run, or some he knew were just like working small. So he offered small things, but most companies, and we was lucky at the time, we had the monopoly of the market. But later on, people, you can't just go, like now we have craft shops where you can do it. But in my day, you had to buy like 250 or a minimum run of 500. You know, I sit with that, with trying to have, yeah. Well, I thought mine were. I mean, my sister was a bit weird, but I didn't realize how dark she was. I mean, but my father was very, he really like pushed my mother's. He had no family. He had his mother and his father, and he was the last in the line. And my mother had a very strange family. There were 7 children, but almost all of them had different fathers. Which was quite scandalous in those days. But my grandmother was my mother's mother was a concert pianist. But anyway, yeah, they were an interesting bunch. And it's a very German. It's, yeah, he didn't really, because they all really used and abused my mother, and especially as he made money, he didn't. Somebody once said about him, he wouldn't join Facebook. His current wife said he wouldn't join Facebook because he didn't want any friends, which was fine. Yeah, money's a very strange thing. Yeah. And when it comes to family, and it was always borrow, and you feel bad if you don't. Oh, thanks, Suzette. Yeah, no, it's a little wild. It's really particularly wild, particularly interesting, particularly strange. Yeah, this was. No, I don't think there was anything. But you know, as a child, you don't think it's abnormal, really. And I know that they didn't allow me to like be out. My mother was really scared of a lot of things, of me of being kidnapped. Yeah, I think it was also. I mean, when we were clearing out her place one time, we found like newspaper cuttings of kids that looked just like me. Serious doppelgangers that were in Italy. She was very scared. There was a lot of kidnapping of yeah. Well, I think I don't know. There's a lot of like interesting blood in my father's family, so I don't know, but I know it's big. I think did I show you? And I don't know if I really want to see. I was looking at it. I was looking at it at a time that's got into quite serious problems with South Africa, but it's fine. I'm not really. I've got to just do what I've got to do. This was. They still sell it, and I don't know. This was my Alma's parents' company. They made soap and perfumes. So he was a milliner. So and it's just such an interesting box, and it's still. And I don't know why it was bought by. I can't see anything like that right now. I can't think of it right now. But there must have been some contract that it's still on the shelf in Germany. That they never took it off the shelf. Pretty much, and it's not quite the original packaging, but pretty much the original packet, the kind of package. And it's got a ship, and on one side it's got this Chinese stuff, and it says Recept. Recept is well, it's a recipe, but it's also it's a prescription, a medical prescription. And I just thought, in such true German fashion, on the other side of the box, it's got tea and the Rechnung, the invoice, the statement. So yeah, they were very very to-do people. But I don't know much about them because they didn't talk to my Oma, and it smells just so beautiful. It is so beautiful. One day when I have lots of money, I will send you a whole crate of the stuff and you can distribute it. Maybe wouldn't that be awesome, from Chloe's shop. You just put this in your drawer and your whole cupboard will smell of incredible cloves and cinnamon and spices. And it smells like this for years. It's called a Gewürzseife, a spice soap. And these days everybody looks at the other ingredients, so it always had very good ingredients. So it was a luxury soap then, and it's just a soap now. It is a little luxury. Yeah. But yeah, they didn't talk to my Oma because they were Catholic, and I think it was a little more deeper than that. But my father said then she married a Protestant, not a Protestant, a Lutheran. And he was 14 years older than her. I think it's still a little bit more deeper than that. But yeah. And I know that she would still, as the family member, because she would go to the Köln Cathedral on the big festivals like Easter. And, you have to be seen. German church is very different to others. It's very interesting. But yeah, so that was in those were the days, if you were Jewish and you married somebody that wasn't Jewish, your family sat shiva and they also didn't talk to you. So this was a similar thing, that they didn't talk to her anymore because she married somebody that was not of the faith. So what did you do when you were blonde? Ooh, there's a little hot fire there. Interesting. Okay, they often got mistaken. Yeah, but it was just so weird. We found all these about 2 or 3 paper cuttings, and we really thought that they were me. And they weren't me. I mean, I would also, if I, take a picture of it, looked like somebody, So definitely doppelganger going on. But I know that my mother was very like worried about kidnapping. Not as in for trafficking, but as in for ransom. Anyway. Yeah, no, I don't usually just people think my name is like, what was it? I can't remember. Margaret. Margaret. My Margaret. Anyway, beautiful family, I'm going to love and leave us. And may you go off on the most beautiful, beautiful, blessed, light-filled, DNA-filled, energy-filled, trippy in your brain cell filled to every little blood cell in your body vibrating with magnetic, magical, diamond, crystalline light. And it's all out there. We're all ascending. It's just how much you open yourself to it. So keep yourself nicely in your little golden bubble. You're welcome to have a little helmet on your head. I'm really enjoying my helmet. I don't know who can see me when I think some people can see me when I go out and what I must look like on my walk. So my nice little helmet, nice and tight around my neck. And it's bouncing like a little fishbowl in my head. Okay. So beautiful, beautiful. I hope you're going to go live soon, Care Bear, Karen. And if I don't know when you're going away, if you are going away, I wanted to show you some beautiful stuff. I'm dreaming. See, I'm so trippy. Let's have some eye candy. Oh, this was my guide to take me through these ancient lands of Mu. And yeah, I walk around with these crystals on my hand, but for a long time. Oh, grow out my hand and grow out my feet, but the ones out my hand are really mega. Yeah. So it's a very, very golden land. And it is, for me still, it's really some great king. It's also got a helmet on. It's very much looking after the animals. But I still think, I think my thinks, and they're getting stronger and thinking stronger, is that caveman theory is one of the greatest myths and bullshits we've been told. I think there were some interesting folk that we can see in South Africa. There's definitely two definite kinds of African people. And we used to be rude and call people Neanderthals. Neanderthal is a little village about 100 kilometers away, about 120 kilometers from where I live. There are the Neanderthal caves where they found those skulls, the Neanderthal man. And they've done pictures, recreations of the Neanderthal. And they look a little bit like little hobbit people. They're very sweet. They look also, they're quite short, but they look a lot, well, obviously they come from here, 120 kilometers away from me, but sort of very Dutch as well. So this is I love going to places like this. I think, did I tell you how beautiful stories my mother used to weave? These are like the stories my mother used to weave for me when I was small. She didn't read to me. She didn't read to me. She read for herself. I don't remember her ever reading to me. She told me stories. So I hope you're enjoying these little balls of light blobbing down on you. So I sometimes stand under trees and imagine. I don't imagine, I feel this. I don't imagine it. It's what's happening, and that's why I go and stand under the tree. So a lot of neon is going to be coming up as well, or in your dreams. And it was first the rocks, and then the fungi, I think, then the fungi, and then the trees, the ferns and the trees, and then the snakes. But then I also think that the big stuff, that the reptilian folk are not as, it's, put it on the shelf. Don't make any decisions in your brain about it. You know? There's so many different creations and eons of creations. When I was doing some work and research and bonding with crocodiles and alligators a little while ago, the research took me that they are living on this planet. They're over 200 million years old. That's a lot of million years. And they're still around. I don't think they changed much. I'm not sure about the size. I mean, many things mutated and morphed. So these will just make you trip just looking at them. I have a wish that I just wish that I'd taken more drugs as a child. I didn't take drugs. Yeah, I think I'm a bit like some of those interesting gurus that say, well, that's what I see all the time. You know, I will share the rest another time. You've had enough drugs for today. There we go. So, love you all, beautiful ones. Oh, is PG here? Did PG pop in? PG, I know. When did I make these? Weeks ago. Weeks, about a month ago. Yeah. I know, they're so trippy. Yeah. Yeah, they are really trippy. Yeah, I think that was when we were both breaking the ChatGPT. Yeah. I don't know, when did I make them? About a bit long ago. Really long ago. But yeah, interesting. It's just, yeah, more drugs, yeah. And I think that is just that the universe is just letting us know the way that we're feeling if we're tuning into it. I strongly believe that we have it in us, you know, for a long time, because that was my awakening. It was so trippy, and everybody, it wasn't the last one, and everybody was saying, well, the drugs and the doctors and the hospitals, and if you take an LSD and that, you're having a bad trip. And I just, no, I haven't taken LSD. If I did, then I'd know what was wrong with me. But yes, I had manifestations, not just visions. I did have visions, lots of them, but manifestations, real beings. So no, that's not a boring world. It's just a wonderful time to be. Are you going out, Manu? What's a barbecue? Ah, oh, go on. You're going to go and slaughter a beautiful animal and roast it and toast it. What do we actually? I did eat fish today. Yeah, I do miss the dahlias lot as well, but other things will come along. Yeah. So thank you, Grace. Yeah, enjoy these. I hope that they sparkle in your brain cell as you're taking your walks, or that you're open to seeing them, because these things are all over there. Pick whichever one you want for the moment. Yeah. I'm a real what? Yeah, have a really, really, really fantastic, amazing day. A beautiful, beautiful week. I want to drink juice, and I haven't got juice. I'm tired of water today, I have decided. I must just make it taste different. So we won't see you tomorrow. We will see you on Sunday quickly, and obviously for feng shui, and we'll work a little bit deeper into the goddesses. I do post. Remember that guy, his name is Wandering Wolf. PG, you didn't get that. Maybe you want to write it down. He's doing a lot of also the big sacred sites, but also the obscure sacred sites. And he's just, yeah, wondering why they aren't digging and what's going on with some of them. So just maybe interesting if you're interested in popping in there. So loving you all so much, and many, many blessings for the most beautiful, beautiful weekend. May you have sunshine or beautiful snowflakes, whichever one it is, they're all beautiful. So yeah, thank you all so much for popping by and being part of our family, which I really, really am so grateful for, in this amazing community. So love you lots, Josh. Take extra good care. So toodaloo, bye bye, and yeah, be magical, because you are the magic. Remember, it's just inside of you waiting to come